Let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct. Listen, this is part 3 of investments. And this one is where I'm talking about investments, right? Invest in a business. Invest in real estate. Invest in something that you can create generational wealth, right? Invest in something that you can shift your whole bloodline. And invest in something that you can change your whole financial situation. Right? Solve the money problem. But listen, I always believe, this is my personal opinion. When I study the Bible, I don't see anywhere where it says get a job. It says if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. And if you go into the Hebrew, it would tell you that a person who is working for someone else, basically, and I will explain this in another Bible study in the future, but basically you're like a person in an intoxicated state. Like you can't make decisions for yourself when you have an employer over you. So I just feel, my personal opinion, and from what I have seen in the scripture, is that oftentimes as people, we look for other people to validate us by the degrees that we have and the knowledge that we have, for them to hire us, right? So we can work for their company. And somehow, for a lot of people, that's the limit. That's the top. Whereas, if you want to start there, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I believe, right, even when I read the book, The Jewish Phenomenon, right, this book right here shows how Jewish people came to this country and they started working at companies, but they didn't stay there. They got educated, and from there, they became lawyers. From there, they became doctors. From there, they went into real estate. From there, they own football teams and basketball teams. They are owners. So you're looking at LeBron James. He's smart, though, because he have other investments. But it's not just the athletes. It's not just the actors. It's not just the singers and the rappers and the musicians. It's the people behind the scenes that you don't see. They invested in, right? They invested in these companies and they hired a talent. See, so your talent could be, I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't shoot hoops, I can't do none of that. But what I can do is find talent. What I can do is sign them to a contract. What I can do is have some money up and advertise them and promote them. And by them doing well, my company does well. It's investing. It's investments. And you got to look at yourself as a corporation. You don't look at yourself as I'm just little old Hector or little old Tiffany. No, you're a corporation. You are. You're a business. You are. You have a brand. And when you see yourself as such, you begin to make different moves. You begin to move different, think different, speak different, talk different. You begin to surround yourself with different people. Because listen, if I know I'm a corporation and I'm a brand, and you out here talking about you want to drink a 40, or you want to smoke some weed, or you want to have a lot of babies and you don't want to take care of them, you messing up my brand. You messing up my corporation. You messing up who I am, right? In the spiritual aspect, I know that my body is the temple of the living God, right? So God lives in me. So God lives in me. He should have the best because God lives in me. Where I go, he goes. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me I'm his very own. So he should have the best. Put him in the best situation, the best food, right? The best worship music, right? The best atmosphere for him to thrive. Now when you constantly bogged down and stressed out and feel defeated and depressed. But no, when you feel victorious, when you feel like a winner. See, I'm on this new wave of I'm not on this wave of, we're just going to have this amount of money or go to these amount of places just local to celebrate or to go on vacation. I'm on this wave where the whole world is my oyster because God gave me dominion over this whole earth. He said it in Genesis, let man have dominion over this earth, over the fowls of the air, the fish of the sea. Come on, somebody help me preach this right now. And so because I understand that, right, why should I live in a lack mentality when I can keep creating, right, different streams of income? I can keep creating new adventures. I can keep creating new paths and new journeys to go down because it's all a state of mind. It's all how you think. And as you open up your mind, you open up your spirit to God and who He is and the bigness of God. There's no limits of who He is. So you think like, I need to invest. I need to create. I need to be a multiplier. Not a person who adds. I need to be a multiplier. Right? My money needs to multiply. My ideas need to multiply. The people I help needs to multiply. My life needs to multiply. No longer adding. Right? If I work per hour, I get this per hour. No. Multiply. I have this many properties, so I multiply. I have this many businesses, so I can multiply. I can help this many multiple groups of people with the resources that I've been blessed with. I can instruct my kids in this way. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. What are you leaving to them? Just the knowledge of who you are? Just some pictures in Instagram, Facebook, some physical copies, debt? Or are you leaving them a will? Are you leaving them businesses? Are you leaving them property? Are you leaving them something where they can start off better than what you started off as? When you think about your own life and you have family members who passed, did any of them leave you something? Right? Did they leave you houses? Did they leave you a trust? Did they leave you with some type of business that you're able to take over? You know, growing up, my family wasn't taught this, so I don't hold nobody at fault. My mom, I love her. She did the best that she could, and she did a great job with me. But when you know better, right, you're supposed to do better. So as I'm growing up and I'm getting this knowledge and this understanding, it will be terrible for me not to leave businesses and set up businesses for my children and my grandchildren so they can walk into it when I'm no longer here. You know, growing up, when you reach 14, 15, 16, I believe 16 is the working age, and people start to go out and get working papers. And most minorities, you're looking, you're going, where do you go to work at? Fast food restaurants, most minorities, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. Because nobody older than you was thinking about the generation after them. Let me set up something so when my kids get to 16, boom, they can work in my company. Boom, they can get the knowledge that I have, and as I get ready to pass on, I can give it to them. I can put them in position as CEO, right? They can get the knowledge. They don't have to worry about, okay, where am I going to work this summer? What am I going to do this summer? They don't have to go and beg or ask anybody, can they work at this company? Or it's a good kid. Can they work here? No. That's like, I can't. My mind can't even fathom my children having to do that. It's not going to happen. No, because I'm setting up corporations. I'm setting up businesses that they can walk into, right? That they can work there for the summer. They can earn money for the summer, and they can get the skills that they need so they can grow into their own adults and be who God called them to be, right? So when you think about investment not only pays you, but it should pay your extended family as well. There's ways to do things, right, in the form of business, and it's even in the tax code. When you hire people from your family, that the taxes decrease. So the way that this country is built and set up is for families to be in business together. But because of uneducation, right, because people are uneducated, guess what? Most people are job driven, right? Even in the scriptures, it tells you to have more than one stream of income. But most people, they're happy with that. If I can just have my dream job and I can just get a paycheck from this, I'll be happy. You're lying. Because if you lose that job, then everything goes to a halt. How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay your mortgage? How are you going to pay your car note or your lease? How are you going to take the bus and get back and forth to where you need to go to? How are you going to have food? How are you going to get insurance? You need to think of multiple streams of income. You need to think of multiple investments, right? So even if you have your dream job, it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But you had 4 rental properties that you're managing on the side. right? You set up your own management company and they're managing your rental properties. Or you have a small business on the side. Now you have other streams of income that's coming in, so in case something happens, you're still good, right? I can go on and on about this, right? This is my superpower right here, talking about business and God. And so listen, I want to encourage somebody out there to begin to create investments. Begin to, right, not just be satisfied where you are, be content, but continue to strategize and see ways where you could do better, right? Because God created us in his image and he's a creator. So guess what? You're a creator. I'm a creator. And we should not stop and just stay where we are. We should constantly be getting better as time goes along. Listen, if you haven't subscribe, hit that bell, right? So when these things pop up, you'll be notified. Listen, this is your man, Mike Bowens. I'm signing off. Until next time, I'm saying, be blessed.